doing? It's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a tutorial using the gemstone beads that were sent to me by BeeBeeCrafts. I'm doing collaborations with them. They're sending me some products that I get to pick out, and then I do some videos for them. And this, I did a tutorial unboxing for them, and I already did one tutorial. I'll leave the links and the two boxes at the end on the side, and I'll also leave the links in the description below. And I will leave the links to, I used these beautiful gemstone beads, agate beads, and then I used the jade rondelles. And the rest were from my stash, but I love these. So I made this beautiful labradorite pendant necklace using their beads and a few of my beads and some of my fire polish beads and everything. So if you are interested in learning how to make this, then you just stay tuned. Okay, so I'm starting with this Beaded beading wire. I'm just showing you. And I'm using black just because I have some black inside of this. And I'm using some of my beautiful jade rondelle beads from BeeBeeCrafts. And I'm using some of these beautiful agate beads from BeeBeeCrafts. They're so pretty. And then I have some of my other pieces that I'm using from my stash. I had this really pretty labradorite nugget. So I have this. I have some of these hematite little round spacers. And then I have a few of the hematite silver and a few of the hematite rose gold. These are rose gold too. So they're both rose gold. Because as you all know by now, I love to mix my metals. So let me make sure the light is really good. Okay, so I'm starting with this piece right here. And I was playing around with it for a little bit. So this one has a hole up at the top. So I'm going to start by doing this. Then I'm taking now these little wavy hematite squares. They have an angle going, so I'm taking it so it's going to curve towards that. See how it's going to lay flat against there? I'm going to do this one too. So they're both kind of curving there. Then I'm going to take one of my, let me show you. I'm sorry, I've got some fire polish beads. So these are 4mm fire polish. And they have like some sparkle on them. They are from the ones from the dollar bead box. So I have those. And then I'm going to do 2 more of these wavy ones, and I turned one towards, so you have it like, so if you have 2, see how this one curves this way, so I have it going towards the fire polish, and the other one I have going away from the fire polish, so it's like that. Okay, then I have these really cool half circle check glass beads. So I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to take one of my beautiful agates. I'm going to put that kind of in there so it's kind of like a little groove. And I'm going to put this on there so then it looks like that. And then we'll do the side. We'll do 1, 2, and 3. So I have this. Then we're going to do the spacers, the hematite wavy spacers again, and we put one towards one and one towards the other. So see how they are kind of off. I like that they look like that when they're done. And then I have this side over here. So then we have this one laying that way. This one laying this way. So we got like that. Then we're going to do the wavy spacer. like that. We're going to do this, then we're going to do a silver, then one of these beautiful wine colored rondelles. Then we're going to go with one of the rose gold, and then this right there, another rose gold. I'll hold this up in a second. Oh. And then a wine color one, and then this one, and then this. So I have that. Let me see. So I have, let me see here. Where's my, okay. Oh, they're kind of rolling away here. Okay, so that. Then the spacer. And then I do the wine rondelle, jade rondelle. Then I'm going to go to the rose gold spacer. And then this. And then this one. I'll hold this up in just a second. Love the way this looks. I've had these labradorite beads for a while. Hold on, let me hold this up. I've had these for a while. I'm not sure what I wanted to do with them. And I like having this little wavy spacer right here against the labradorite because it kind of covers the hole. So it makes it look a little more professional if you sell your jewelry. So yeah, so we've got this. Now we're gonna do one of these fire polish beads and then one of these are from the dollar bead box, those little square. Then I'm gonna do this glass bead because I wanted a little more pop of color, just a little bit. I didn't want too much of like a turquoisey blue in there. But just see how that little pop of color shows up in there. Now we're gonna do this side. Oh. I'm gonna do this, that spacer, that, and square again, and this piece. So, look how pretty that is. And you got some shimmer. You got little bits of shimmer. Okay. So now I'm gonna do the square. Again, I'm gonna do this piece and this piece. So we got that. We're gonna go to this square again. I had these in different colors. I had them in silver, I had them in copper, a deep copper. I had them in a lighter copper. So it was kind of like I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do when I was, messing around with them. And then these little wavy disc spacers too, they just kind of add a little bit of interest. Okay. So now I'm gonna do 2 of the rose gold ones again. So I'm doing it like that. Then I'm doing the beautiful agate. Then I'm doing these tiny little ones because they give just a little pop of color in between. I was struggling with the colors I wanted to use. I started this like yesterday and I was like, oh, and I took out some other colors and I was like, just, you know, and you just kind of like, no, I'm not sure. And I just kind of left it overnight. And then I came in today and I was like, okay, this is what I want. And then we're gonna do one here. Oh, and one here. And then we'll do one down. So as long as they're not totally laying against each other, they're good. Okay, so now we gotta do this side. We'll do this one going down, this one going up. And then we're gonna do black agate. And two of these small ones, 1, 2. One of the blue glass beads. And two of those. And another one of these. And we're gonna do facing down, facing up, and then facing down. Okay, so this is where we're at so far. I love the way, it's got some weight to it too. A beautiful chunky necklace. I kind of got a little, almost like a little bit of a tribal look to it with these right here in the front. Okay. So now we're gonna do, I found these in my stash. I don't know if you can see the color. They have a little bit of like a wine red to them with like a Picasso finish almost. So I'm doing 3 of these. 1, 2. I do 3. Ooh, 1, 2. I got 3 of those. I'm gonna do one of these little disc ones, like that. And we're gonna do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Another disc. And then 1, 2, 3. Another disc. I think I did it 5. I was kind of practicing on this first. Okay, this disc, and then 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I like the way that finishes that off. So we got that. Now we're gonna do, so we got 1, 2, 3, oh, 3, and a disc. I have some laying over here to the side. Let me get them off. Put some over here. I'll do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Disc. 1, 2, 3. Disc. Let me grab the rest of these really quick. I had them in a little container. I wasn't sure if I was going to use them, so, but I've decided to use them. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, a disc, and then 1, 2, 3. 1. I think this is it then for the necklace. I'm going to hold it up to me because that's the best way for me to tell. Yes. So let me just kind of, I'll take this off and kind of show you where we're at. Look how pretty this is. We got that beautiful, the beautiful fire polish with look at how well it matches with this. There's a little bit of a Picasso coating on it, but the underlying like deep red wine like Cabernet is coming out. And then I have all of these colors. And then this big labradorite chunk. I love the way this turned out. So we're gonna put one of these right here. Let me grab my my crimp beads. Oh, okay, so I got the crimp beads. So now I have my little clamshells. So I put the clamshell in like this, and I put the crimp bead on. It gets in there. Okay. I'm going to switch because I'm left-handed. So I'm grabbing my bent chain nose pliers. I like these because I can reach down for the second one inside of there. So I come up almost at the tip, but there's a little bit of the wire showing. I like to just have a little bit, and I just really flatten the craziness out of it. Okay, kind of really push against there, make sure you can, that it doesn't wiggle or come apart. Okay. I just flatten it up a teeny bit, and then I bring this all the way down like this, but then I make sure there's no gaps or spaces, but I like to have it a little curved while I'm doing it so that I know it's not too tight. So see, I have all this extra, so I can use this to make earrings. So now for this side, I like to take my finger and put it in there and just open it up a little bit so I can get my bent chain nose pliers in there. I put this on, and I put the crimp bead in there. So it's totally in there. See, and then I take the bent chain nose pliers, I lift it just a teeny bit from right there, so there's a teeny bit of movement, and I really flatten it really good, and I pull on it. Don't be afraid to pull on a little bit, because if it moves, you know it's not tight. Okay, then I take my cutters, and you should cut it, just leave a teeny bit right there, and then let me see. I'm going to make sure that this is laying flat in there so that I can lift that up. Let me close it just a little with my fingers. And then it does move around a lot. It gets a little bit wiggly, squiggly wiggly. And then I do that. Then, where are my jump rings? I grab one of these. I have a bigger one and a smaller one. So, and then a lobster clasp. Okay, so I think I've shown you this before, but I'm going to show you again. So first up, the smaller one, let me get my other ones, where are they? the smaller jump ring I'm going to use to attach a lobster clasp on. So I make sure that it's really like there's no move, you know, it's that it's totally up against it. I actually do that too. So I have this. So I take the first one and I take my round nose pliers, and when it's holding it like this, I just press this just a little bit back. So it makes a little bit of that groove. Then I put that in here like this. Then I put it in there and I turn it like this. And just make sure you tug at it and it doesn't come apart. Then you want it to be like a perfect circle. Perfect, you know, round, doesn't open up or anything. Then I've got this one right here, which is the bigger one. Okay. Then I'm going to take my round nose pliers again, and I'm going to just move that a little bit, just so see how it, because it's kind of straight, so see how it curves it just a little bit then. Then I'm going to put this in there. And I'm going to curve it like that. And then you have this beautiful, let me move my stuff out of the way. Look at this, look how pretty this is. Isn't that gorgeous? I love, love, love the way this turned out. And I'll tell you, BeeBeeCrafts has got some really amazing pieces on there. Now, below I have the link to BeeBeeCrafts, and I will leave a link below to where the agates are and the rondelles. Those are the two beads that I used from this. And it's BN Jewelry 10, and you get 10% off your first order. And they do always have some kind of a sale going on as well, which is great. So definitely check them out. And let me know down in the links what you thought of this, down in the comment section what you thought of this necklace, and if you thinking about making something like this. I love the mixed metals, the silver and the rose gold, and you could just add a little, you know, rose gold can be kind of overpowering. So if you add just a little bit to it, then you get that, just that pop of color, kind of how I just did I only did 4 of these little turquoise glass beads just for the pop of color, but I didn't want it to be overwhelming. You know, I wanted it to mostly be the agate and these colors. So that's just kind of like a little accent piece. So hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you so much and have a great day.